goal is to try to find the child, and we'll work from that point on.
It is 6 o'clock, and here's what's happening. A frantic search continues for a 5-year-old girl in Cumberland County. Police say they are exhausting all of their efforts as they try to find the missing child. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Jessica Cartelia. That little girl went missing from a park in Bridgeton, and that's where officers are focusing their search efforts tonight. Eyewitness News reporter Cleve Bryan joins live from the scene where he's been all day. Cleve, what can you tell us?
Well, the search continued until last night and then resumed at 7 o'clock this morning. They've been going all day. The plan is to wind things down when the sun goes down today, unless they find some evidence to continue. But they are operating under the assumption that they can still find the little girl alive.
On September 16, 2019, a sunny afternoon in Bridgeton, New Jersey, turned into a nightmare that no one could have imagined. 5-year-old Dulce Maria Alavez, a bright, bubbly girl with an infectious laugh, vanished without a trace from a local park, leaving her family and the nation searching for answers. Dulce was born on April 25, 2014, to her mother, Noema Alavez Perez. She was the oldest of 2 children and had a close bond with her 3-year-old brother. Dulce was known as a kind, playful, and caring little girl who loved spending time with her family. She adored her younger brother, often acting as his protector during their adventures. Her family of Mexican descent was proud of their heritage and deeply connected to their community in Bridgeton. That day began like any other. After picking Dulce up from school, Noma decided to take her children to Bridgeton City Park, a sprawling green space with a playground, picnic area, and basketball courts. The park was a favorite spot for local families. Dulce and her brother eagerly ran to the playground while Noema stayed in the car with her younger sister, finishing an ice cream cup. Everything seemed normal until it wasn't. When Noma went to check on the children, she found Dulce's younger brother near the swings, crying and visibly upset. Dulce was gone. At first, Noma thought her daughter might be hiding or playing nearby. She called out for her, searching around the playground and the surrounding area, but Dulce was nowhere to be found. Panic set in. Noma called 911, her voice shaking as she reported her daughter missing. Witnesses in the park mentioned seeing a man near the playground, a light-skinned, possibly Hispanic individual wearing a black shirt and red pants. One witness claimed the man was leading a young girl matching Dulce's description toward a red van parked nearby. The Bridgeton Police Department arrived quickly, and a frantic search began. Officers combed through the park, nearby woods and waterways. They questioned witnesses and residents in the area. Despite their efforts, there was no sign of Dulce. An Amber Alert was issued describing Dulce and the potential suspect. The description of the red van circulated widely, and law enforcement urged the public to come forward with any information. The case immediately gained national attention. The FBI, New Jersey State Police, and local authorities worked together, leaving no stone unturned. Helicopters, search dogs, and divers scoured the area, but as days turned into weeks, the trail grew cold. Investigators received hundreds of tips, but none led to a breakthrough. They examined surveillance footage from nearby businesses, hoping to spot the red van or Dulce's abductor, but the evidence was inconclusive. The police also reviewed Noma's 911 call and her timeline, which some critics scrutinized. As with many high-profile cases, the family faced public scrutiny. Noema, only 19 years old at the time, was criticized for not supervising her children closely enough. She defended herself in tearful press conferences, pleading for her daughter's safe return. "I just want her back," Noma said, her voice breaking. "She's my little girl." Despite the challenges, Noma remained steadfast in her belief that Dulce was alive. To understand the gravity of Dulce's disappearance, it's important to remember who she was. Dulce was a vibrant, loving child who adored playing outside and spending time with her family. She loved dressing up and was known for her bright smile and kind heart. Her teachers described her as a curious and joyful student who loved to learn. Her family, though facing financial difficulties, ensured their children felt loved and supported. They celebrated traditional Mexican holidays, sharing their culture with pride. Dulce's disappearance left a void not just in her family's life, but in the entire Bridgeton community. which rallied around the Alavez family, offering support and prayers. Theories about Dulce's disappearance have ranged from plausible to far-fetched.
Do you have any idea what you think happened to her?
No.
Still to this day, everything goes through your mind and you have no idea what happened that day?
No.
When Bridgeton police began investigating the disappearance, they recovered these images of Dulce, last seen with her family getting ice cream at a shop on the way to the park that late summer afternoon. Since then, police have put out renderings of what they believe Dulce would look like as she has grown older. This one the latest last year.
The most widely accepted theory is that Dulce was abducted by a stranger, as suggested by witness accounts of the man in the red van. Investigators believe the suspect may have been watching the playground and took advantage of a brief moment of vulnerability. Some speculated that Dulce might have been taken by someone she knew, possibly a family acquaintance. However, law enforcement found no evidence linking anyone in Dulce's immediate circle to her disappearance. Given the proximity to major highways and ports, some feared Dulce might have been a victim of human trafficking. The FBI explored this possibility, but no concrete leads emerged. A minority questioned whether Dulce could have wandered off and gotten lost. However, this theory was quickly dismissed due to her young age and the circumstances of her disappearance. Law enforcement explored every angle, but with limited physical evidence, the case remained frustratingly stagnant. Dulce's disappearance captured national attention, with her face appearing on billboards, news outlets, and social media campaigns. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, NCMEC, joined the effort, distributing her photo and creating age progression images to show what Dulce might look like today. Celebrities and activists used their platforms to amplify Dulce's story, ensuring her case was not forgotten. The FBI offered a reward of $75,000 for information leading to her recovery, a reflection of the urgency and importance of finding her. Despite this, years passed with no significant developments. For Dulce's family, the pain of her disappearance is immeasurable. Noma struggled with guilt and the relentless questions from the media and public. Yet she remained a fierce advocate for her daughter, attending vigils and participating in awareness campaigns. The Bridgeton community continues to support the family, holding out hope that Dulce will one day return home. In 2023, law enforcement renewed their efforts, appealing for fresh tips and information. Advances in technology and forensic techniques offer a glimmer of hope that new evidence could emerge. The FBI, local police, and the NCMEC continue to work tirelessly, urging anyone with information to come forward. The message is clear. Someone knows what happened to Dulce, and it's not too late to bring her home. The disappearance of Dulce Maria Alavez remains one of the most heartbreaking mysteries of our time. Her story is a reminder of the importance of vigilance, community support, and the tireless pursuit of justice for missing children. Dulce's family continues to hold on to hope, refusing to give up on finding her. "We'll never stop looking," Noma says. "She's our little girl and she belongs at home." If you have any information about Dulce Maria Alavez, please contact the FBI or your local authorities. Every tip matters.